the crime situation in Nashville. It is, it's obviously an absolute travesty and a tragedy when we hear about young 13 and 14 and 15-year-olds getting into gunfights and gun battles in the suburbs of Nashville. 4 teenagers have been shot in the span of 5 days now in Nashville. A 13-year-old and his 16-year-old sister are the latest victims in a string of teen-on-teen violence in the Nashville area. Aiden Hayes died Wednesday night, last night, after he was shot around 8 o'clock at night at the Red Caboose Park in Bellevue. That, according to Nashville police on social media. His sister suffered a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. Nashville police said the girl made it to a fire station adjacent to the park where she was treated before being taken to Vanderbilt University Medical Center. Aiden was found in the parking lot suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was also taken to Vanderbilt where he was pronounced dead. A 15-year-old was taken into custody less than a half a mile from the park and was charged in connection with the crime with criminal homicide and attempted criminal homicide. He admitted to detectives that he had a gun and shot during the fight with 2 other teens. Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell responded to the news of the shooting on the X machine, thanking first responders for their action. "My heart breaks tonight," said Freddie O'Connell, mayor of Nashville, for the families who experienced firsthand tragedy of gun violence at Bellevue Park. "I'm grateful to first responders, including Nashville Fire Department, who immediately rendered aid, as well as the Metro Nashville Police Department and the officers who quickly apprehended a possible suspect." O'Connell then went on to say, "We continue to invest in strategies to reduce gun violence and expand youth opportunity." So this was on the heels of another situation where a teenager was critically injured during a party at a short-term rental property in Midtown. That victim rushed to the hospital for treatment. No arrest in that case. In the McKay's Mill area of Franklin, a woman by the name of Lily Basil, 18 years of age, was killed by a gunshot wound to the shoulder. She graduated from Page High School the night before. Matthew Rufail, Roufail, was charged with criminal homicide in connection with the shooting, according to the Tennessean. And according to his arrest affidavit, Raphael told police that he thought the rifle he was holding was unloaded when he pulled the trigger. Dr. Katrina Green, an emergency physician, because that's who you go to when you want commentary about these types of things, said in a news release, "The fact that an 18-year-old had access to a loaded weapon is irresponsible on the part of the gun owner and is the direct and tragic result of our refusal by our state Tennessee legislature to pass laws that would help make families and communities safer. How many more children will die because of their failure to keep our kids safe from gun violence?" That's Dr. Katrina Green, a physician, on a news release. And once again, maybe I'm missing something. I have no idea why this person is somehow an expert, except the fact that they're a physician in an emergency room and they deal with gunshot wounds. I don't know.
Did you say the person was 18?
Yes, the 18-year-old had access to a loaded weapon, which is irresponsible.
An adult had access to a weapon?
Right.
What are we going to do next? Let him have cars?
Isn't that crazy? And I haven't gotten to the best part, which is our good friend. Our good friend, Senator Heidi Campbell, who has a few things to say about gun violence in Nashville. Well, you might guess, and you would be correct, that I have a few things to say about gun violence in Nashville. And I'll start it with a question, and we'll open up the phone line, 615-737-9986. As always, on the Libertarian Lunchtime Hour, you're welcome to call in and offer your opinion. You can also dial in on the membersnutrition.com super text line at the same number, 615-737-9986. And this is the simple question. When did it become legal for a 15-year-old to own a gun or to have a gun? In the case of the Red Caboose Park shooting in Bellevue, The suspect in the case is a 15-year-old. We don't know the 15-year-old's name because that name is being withheld because apparently, we do that to protect, youth? I don't know. I've always thought that was relatively stupid, but that's just me. You can act like an adult. You ought to be treated like one, but... When did it become legal for 15-year-olds to possess a gun? Because apparently it's legal. Because otherwise people wouldn't do it. According to leftists, getting underway, it's the Murphy portion of the broadcast day. Murphy Show on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.